Hey, what's going on guys? David Falla here. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about the special edition WAHL Senior, the WAHL 1919. Hey, welcome guys. So today I want to do a kind of review about the WAHL 1919. This clipper, I've been using it for about 2 months right now. It took a little bit longer to release the review just because I really wanted to spend time with the machine, use it every day, use it in different conditions, and making sure that it was, my review was as honest as possible, because I feel like before, or sometimes I see on YouTube the machine comes out and then the review is done after a week, and I feel like sometimes I feel like the barber maybe didn't have enough time to really use it. So that's why it took a little bit longer. But let's start with the review. The first thing I want to say is that this machine is gorgeous. This is a beautiful machine. One of the most beautiful machines I ever used, to be honest with you. I think WAHL did an amazing job with it. I have my clients asking me about it all the time. So they did something right. This is the same as the Cordless Senior. Is the same machine. It's just this is a special edition. It has the same motor, all that stuff. The only difference really is the blade. This blade is the bevel blade, the round blade, which is my favorite blade. The WAHL Senior came with a straight surgical blade that it comes in, like the cable one comes with the same type of blade, and that I would say that's the only difference. I know I have both machines, so I can tell you that I've been trying to use both at kind of at the same time, and I've seen that they have the same power. I've seen that they actually have the same battery time, so it's pretty much the same machine, just this is metal and a lot nicer. I feel it looks a lot nicer. So things I want to talk about it is, for example, the power. I think the machine has a ton of power. Honestly, like I have been able to cut hair, I've been able to like really just remove a bunch of bulk with no problem at all. I think WAHL did an amazing job with this, just because like I feel like a lot of people complain that cordless clippers don't have power. Well, this one does, believe me, this one really does. The only downside of that is the battery, right? Once you put a ton of power into a machine, then the battery gets affected, and then the battery is not the greatest. I can tell you right now that it can last me like half a day if I use it in every single haircut. Is it a good or a bad thing? Depends. I don't think it's horrible, just because I have other clippers to use in the meantime. So if this one starts dying, then I just grab another machine and start doing my haircuts with that one. So I don't really have that problem. Would be a problem for somebody that's only gonna buy one machine. I definitely will think that this would be a problem. Even though you can connect it and use it with the cable, it kind of defeats the purpose of having a cordless clipper, right? I stopped using cordless clippers because of that reason. I just didn't want to have the cables. I hated the cables. So that's one thing you gotta keep in mind. But besides that, like I think it's a great clipper. I don't think the battery is bad compared to other clippers, right? I have gotten other clippers that honestly, like the battery was just horrible, and you will feel that you will lose power as the battery will continue draining. With this one, it maintains the power until it's dead, pretty much. So, which is a good thing to know. You know what I mean? I would have loved for WAHL to add some kind of like maybe like a LED or something that would have let us know that the battery is dying. I have seen like other clipper companies that they added these features, so when the battery is dying, like the lights are flashing, or it gives you like like some type of like notification letting you know that okay, like I need more juice, right? I need to be plugged to the cable. So that was something that I would love for WAHL to start adding to the clippers, just because it will help us a lot to like know like okay, if I'm finishing with a client, I need to plug my clipper. I know how much time I really have. So that's one thing. Other thing I can tell you guys, and something that you guys are gonna ask, is about if it gets hot. And the truth is that yes, it gets hot. It's a metal clipper, guys. It's gonna get hot regardless. It's all metal. When you have a clipper that has a blade, it's a metal blade, like we create a friction, it's gonna get hot, especially if you put put it inside a metal case. So that's the only thing. If you guys want clippers that don't get hot, then this probably wouldn't be the clipper for you. I would get something more like something plastic, maybe not metal, like a magic clip. The magic clips stay cooler way longer. So that's something if it bothers you guys. For me, it doesn't really bother me just because I never really let my machines get hot like that. I usually have multiple machines, so what I do, I just switch between machines when I need to. So my machines never really get hot. I did a bunch of haircuts just with this machine, and definitely like if I start down fading, let's say I start from the top to bottom, by the time I was trying to raise that skin, the machine was hot. So you know, that's something to keep in mind. Something else I want to talk about is the blade. I think the blade is, I love this blade. This is my favorite blade. It's the bevel round blade. I think it's the best blade for me, at least, because it allows me to fade easier. I want to talk a little bit of the details. Look at this beautiful machine. Look at that. It has the 1919 here. It's 100 years anniversary for this machine. It kind of has the, you know, like a little bit of information there, like making it look kind of like it was old school, and which I love. I think it looks beautiful. Here we have the lever. I think the lever looks cool. It's a little bit, honestly, it's a little bit slippery sometimes to like kind of get it to move, but that's one thing. And I love the power button too. One thing that I can tell you is that sometimes I have problems with the machine. I get tired a little bit from holding it because it's a little bit slippery, I guess because it's all metal. So it kind of like when I grab it, I have to hold it like a little bit tighter because I feel it's gonna slip from my hand, and that sometimes makes my hand a little bit tired. But I mean, that's just something that it's gonna happen, right? Something I love from this machine is that even though it's metal, it's like a matte finish. Like it doesn't have like a shine to it. So because with other clipper companies, like for example, like they make it like metal and so shiny that you can see the lights from the top reflect into the machine and then like kind of blinds you. Has happened to me before. So you know, something I love about it. Something else I wanted to talk about is about the weight. I don't think it's heavy like that. I mean, it is heavier than, for example, something like the Magic Clip, but it's not as heavy as something like with a cable, right? Like I don't know, like a WAHL Senior or Sterling. I don't know if you ever tried the Sterling. That was an all metal. Clippers like that tend to be very heavy, which I don't really like. This one is heavy, like it's heavier than the Magic Clip, but it has a good balance to it. Like it's not like, you know, some clipper companies make their machines too heavy one side or the other. This one has a good balance to it, so it's something I really like from WAHL. I want to show you guys the box. I think this is something else that I think is beautiful. This machine I think retails for like $200. So you know, like machines are getting super expensive nowadays, and I feel like not every company is putting effort into the packaging. So I think that's why I wanted to show you this. I think this box is beautiful. The unboxing experience, I think it's just something else. It's like next level. So this is when you open it. This is what you get, right? The machine, it's here. Obviously, I opened it because I've been using it. And then you will pull this up. You will get the machine out, right? And then once you get that out, you have a little thing here that you take out. And then you get your usual stuff. You get the manual. You get the charger, you know, your regular WAHL charger. You get the oil. You get this little cloth thing to clean the machine, which was actually pretty cool. I really like that. And you get the coolest thing in the world. So this is what you get inside. I think that was such an amazing idea. You open it, and then you have a letter from WAHL, you know, kind of telling you what the machine means to them and all that stuff. It's signed, you know, by a bunch of people. I think that was just so nice for a clipper company to do this. Just because, for example, like for somebody like me, details like that matter. Details like that are very important, because if I'm spending $200 on a machine, the unboxing experience has to be amazing. I have criticized WAHL many times because sometimes they're really cheap when they make their products, and the packaging especially. Now you buy a WAHL machine, it's the machine is great, but then guess what? You open the unboxing experience is like non-existent, right? It's just a machine inside a box, and you just open the box, you throw away the box because you don't care for it, and everything is just there, kind of like in there. It doesn't really have like a nice unboxing experience, which I'm very glad that WAHL fixed that and did something amazing like this for this machine, because it's, you know, it's $200. I expected something like this, so I'm really happy for WAHL to be able to you know, give you a better experience. The whole package, right? I would say this is the whole package, not just the machine. Actually, the way you feel when you buy it, and then you feel like you actually bought like a premium special edition clipper. So what I can tell you guys about the machine is that honestly, I love the machine. I've been using it since like 2 months ago. I just want to say thank you to WAHL for sending it to me. That for real, like, it means a lot. Usually clipper companies don't really send us machines or anything like that. So then I'm very happy for that, you know, because it really means a lot to me. So I love the machine, to be honest with you guys. I don't mind the battery. It's a little bit shorter because I get more power out of it. I don't mind that it gets hot because honestly I have all the machines. When this one starts getting hot, I can just switch machines. And you know what, those are little very small inconvenience for how great this clipper is. To be honest with you, I think this is the best clipper that WAHL has ever made, and I hope that this is gonna be the gold standard from now on. So if you're interested in buying this machine, I will totally recommend you to. Only people I would maybe not recommend this for people that only gonna have one clipper. If this is gonna be your only clipper, it might not be for you yet. I will buy something else and then get this after. But if you already have a clipper, this will be an amazing addition to your arsenal. So that's my review, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe, like it, and share it with somebody. Maybe it can help somebody to make the right purchase. So that was it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.